movies, stories, TV shows, Japanese advertisement, which says pretty much everything about being like growing up and being absorbed in like Japanese way of thinking, because those ideas, belief systems and mindsets are created through those stories and movies and TV shows and advertisements by people, a majority of people who are also conditioned by those medias, right? And then those ideas, ideologies, cultures get passed on to next generation after generations after generations. So if you don't pay close attention to where you got certain belief system or mindsets or ideas, then it is likely that you are living based on somebody's expectation or ideas constructed by most often by media's companies, because there are ulterior motives and conflict of interest. For example, if you're watching movies or TV commercials, obviously the conflict of interest exists between viewers like Japanese people and also companies who want to just make money. Movie as well, they just make a smash hit, splash the water, so they want to make a movie as relatable and acceptable by the audiences as possible. So there are a lot of ideas being manipulated, catered towards certain kind of audiences. Superhero movies really typical one, you know. For all the narrative in the history, like super movie, is that you need to be a hero to be able to have that hot, attractive girl. Narrative is that he needs to put his life at the risk to save that girl, or else he doesn't deserve that hot, attractive, like a girl in a movie. So that is a narrative that whole society is creating, and we are ingrained by that since we are born, without being able to have the ability to critically think about and question about ideas, belief system. And guess what? Most people are unsuccessful. Right? Most people are unattractive. Most people have less experience dating. Most guys are inexperienced in dating. Most guys, like girls, I'm just talking in general term. So, and if who are creating those movies and TV shows and stories and TV commercials, majority of people, which happen to be most likely inexperienced with dating or social conditioning. They believe what they are taught by society from the previous generation, and that cycle continues. So we need to stop. If you want to live more liberal life, you need to start questioning why you think that way. You need to question your own certain belief systems and values and mindsets, why you think that way, and then you need to also question where those ideas and belief systems come from. And if you start questioning that, you start realizing those ideas and belief systems are coming from those socialization process, external environment. Those are not innate, right? And then you realize, where do those ideas being formed in socialization process? Based on those majority of people. What kind of people are they? Majority people. Majority of people are not healthy or fit or experienced or successful. So you end up kind of accepting ideas created by majority of people who have not been successful in certain things, but they have created those ideas because of ulterior motives or conflict of interests under the name called business, making money, selling products. So we are definitely being manipulated by those ideas called social bullshit rules, called rules, or social programming. And we need to really be critical about, we need to be really aware of what kind of a belief system we hold, because our belief system define and determine our actions. Our thinking mindset governs our actions. When we are doing something, we don't really think, we don't really question about our thoughts, because we generally don't question about belief system that we've been holding for a long time. But thanks of, how long you have been holding that belief system doesn't necessarily equate to the correctness or validity of the belief system. But we are being exposed since we are born. A second or after we are born, we are exposed to those ideas from even parents, right? So yeah, that's about it. Current state of guys, like emasculation process in Japan. Pretty bad. That I felt like pretty oppressed, or I felt constantly being shamed by just watching TV shows, advertisement, I see everywhere, even celebrities, they're being shackled by those ideas. They're mentally shackled by those shaming, blaming, and everybody's scared. But before you know, you stop questioning that there's even shame going on. They stop questioning, oh, this is weird. They start swallowing everything. And I was lucky that I got out of the system. I kind of freed myself from those ideas and ideologies. Ulterior motives definitely for sure ingrained. So I was able to kind of keep my critical thinkings and awareness, and then started expanding my awareness by reading more and more books and experiences. And it came out that this didn't just happen in Japan or China, Korea, Asia, but Western countries as well. It's just a process of postmodernism, betaization, emasculation, feminism, liberalism, free speech, but silencing the non-conforming ideas. It's kind of like contradicting to free speech, left, right. This whole, it all I think comes down to a lot of common denominator is the victimhood mentality, casting blame on others, and also misunderstanding what is the actual root cause of all the issues. And I just wanted to get this out from my mind because it kind of bothered me a lot when I was seeing Japanese guys. It's that representation of social conditioning, social programming, and shaming, blaming put on males. That's why they look so soft and agreeable, likable, apologetic, longer haired, skinny, and kind of feminine, neutral, gender neutral looking guys are typically like Asian Japanese, typical Japanese one. Think about the gaming nerds, right? And there's no surprise and no wonder there's a sexless culture in Japan because of betaization and shaming for kind of alpha male, strong males are happening. That's why people, guys, lose motivation to be strong and then take responsibility because they're shamed upon, like traditional men. Sexless culture is related to this betaization in society. It's killing the country. It's killing the entire planet. Kind of, Western societies, strong men are being killed. So it was happening before Western societies in Japan. This sexless issue is been around for 20 years, and it's sad. Guys being soft and they better cut their dick off and then feel they're gender neutral. They'd rather dress up probably gender neutral, put even more process further into the process would be they put makeup on, they dye their hair, and then they start become a gender neutral. It's so sad to see Japanese guys all homogeneous looking. All of them look like the same fashion styles and hairstyles. How strong that social conditioning is, how strong that programming socialization processes is, especially in homogeneous countries like Japan, Korea, China. Anyways, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright? Until then, hope you have a wonderful day. Bye bye.